Welcome to Big Hoss's Tailgate.
And we're good to go now. Heck yeah. Start. What up, sir? I'm just setting the timer. You can go ahead. I'm with special guest, Colten Buzard. I don't know why I blanked. That's why you don't smoke weed anymore.
Did you already smoke?
Huh?
Did you already smoke?
Nah.
Oh, you're not going to?
Nah. I'm going to be good because if I do, it's just going to be a weird episode. It's going to be a weird one.
Yeah, I'd be like if I was blackout drunk and it was like, hey, this is a fucking, I love the pod, dude.
Oh, that's the worst, ain't it? I don't know. I've had some fun ones where we get drunk. I had Adam and Zach on. Yeah.
And everyone was hammered?
So it was one of those we started drinking wine, like bottles of wine.
Start getting turned on.
Yeah,
Dude, wine drunk is, you got to be careful with the boys getting wine drunk.
Oh, the thing is, we were giggling and laughing the whole time. Like, now I don't understand why women do this.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, your hormones get going when you're on the wine. It's an aphrodisiac. So that's interesting. You got wine drunk with the boys.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm making this up, but there's definitely it's not on like the certified FDA list of aphrodisiacs, like, oysters and stuff. But there's a certain kind of drunk you get with wine where you just want to use your penis on something.
I'll tell you what, I have that with tequila. Tequila does that to me. It's either you want to fight or have fun or you want to fuck all the time with tequila.
Is that why you asked me to take a shot when I came in?
I did. I was like, damn it, he didn't fall for it. I was hoping. Dude, these liquid death teas are awesome.
Yeah, they're sick, dude. They're dangerous because they're expensive. Like, I always thought liquid deaths were dumb as shit because the marketing is so over the top.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you want to be edgy while you drink a fucking water out of a can. But the seltzers, dude, especially as someone who doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Seltzers are like the alcoholics, like K2. It's like a substitute.
Yeah, it's just you need that carbonation. I think that's what it is. Just like it's fizzy, and I can pretend. Yeah, I mean, like you're drinking like the lime one. That's the same thing as drinking like a vodka lime, but you don't have that weird, alcohol taste.
Yeah, it's my little treat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like saying I was a good boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and if I don't have it, then I will actually want a beer or something.
I did used to have them I had it on a shipment, so it'd show up to my house.
Liquid?
Like liquid deaths.
Mm-hmm.
I would get I started getting those ones, and I liked them. And I was trying to drink more water and be healthy. Good way to get in there. And then I found the teas, and my one buddy was like, he's trying to cut sugar out and stuff. I'm like, dude, you gotta get the teas, man, because they're only this one's only 30 calories for a can. You go get a brisk tea, that's probably what 500. Maybe, I don't know, I'm exaggerating.
It is dude, it's like 200, 300. It's like almost all of your 100% capacity of your sugar for the day. It'll fuck you up. I understand why, we used to get them all the time as kids. Like, we go up to the gas station at night, go get a bunch of Arizona teas, Peace teas for back when they were 99 cents. And, bro, you don't realize you're drinking just straight sugar.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder all these kids are 300 pounds at
I know.
the age of 10.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the Arnold Palmers, for some reason, the lights were better than the regular. I don't know why. But that was my go-to. And I'm like, how did I not have kidney stones? Because that was all I drank.
Yeah. That and coffee are the number one cause of them. I never got them either. And that's all I would drink is tea growing up.
Yeah. You're kind of thank God. Because I've heard the horror stories. And I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'd rather have a hemorrhoid in my ass than a kidney stone in my pee hole.
Yeah. How about this? My buddy got a kidney transplant, right?
Damn.
He starts having real bad pain a month afterwards. How about the kidney that he got had a kidney stone in it?
That's amazing. What the fuck?
He was just this isn't even my problem. He got it from the dead person that gave it, he got the kidney from.
That is amazing.
That is the curse beyond the grave. You can have my kidney for a price.
Yeah, it's like leaving someone a house and it's haunted.
That happens all the time in fucking movies too. Oh, this is the cabin my grandfather left me, and yet there's haunted by like the ghost of the people he killed, and just never told anybody. All the time.
So bro got a haunted kidneys.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Every time he pees, you just hear boo coming out of his dick.
His cum is white.
Yeah,
Very ghost-like.
coming on the sheets. Dudes, you like a horror movie guy? You seem like the type that goes to the movies and be like, yeah, I want to watch all the horror shit.
No, see, I date girls that are into the horror shit. I could give a fuck less.
I can't argue, like, disagree with that at all, because I do like those goth chicks. Like, there is something about a goth chick that's into horror movies all the time.
It's not goth chicks. It's like chicks that are traumatized and like they don't feel, so they try to get something out of like horror movies. Where reality horror movies will like put them to sleep. They're like they find comfort in like horror. It's so these girls are so weird, bro. It's what I'm always drawn to.
Which is weird because I don't. I feel no comfort. In fact, I feel a lot of fear. Like probably more fear than what a man should feel watching a horror movie. Like, and it's like the stupidest ones too. Like, there was this movie that came out when I was in high school called The Fourth Kind. Have you ever heard of it?
The alien movie.
Yeah. I watched that in the theater by myself. I was sitting around, like, I'm like in the theater like this, slumped down in the chair. I'm freaked out. I'm telling my buddy about it, and here we go and rent movies from like Redbox like a couple months later, and there's the movie. So I make him watch it. He goes, dude, the hair on the back of my neck was standing out. He was freaking the fuck out like watching this movie.
Bro, have you seen that is really funny. Wait, were you at the movie theater how old were you?
I was like 17, 18 probably.
By yourself at the movies? Damn, that's some grown man shit.
Yeah, I was just because I was like, I always wanted to go to the movies, but like all my friends like always had other shit going on, or like nobody was ever available. So I'm like, well, screw it, I'll go by myself. I do that with everything. If I want to go to a concert, like Hardy, I have tickets to go see Hardy at Burgestown, and I'm like, no one's going like that I know of really. So I'm like, screw it, I'll just go by myself, and then I'll meet friends when I get there.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, I've grown up, I could never do that. Even up till like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
I had such a hard time like doing things by myself, to the point that my therapist was like, you need to go on a solo trip. And
it's fun. I used to go to Nashville all the time by myself. Because like I went down with a couple people, like I went down with my brother before, and going down with him, you can kind of get a lay of the land. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, where to go, what bars to hit, what, you know, restaurants are. And after a couple times of going down there, I kind of figured out, like, oh, I kind of know my way around here. So then it was like, all right, I'm going to go by myself. And I was freaked out. But then my brother's just like, no, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, just don't go down there and be dumb.
What were you freaked out by? That like some cowboys were going to wrangle you up if you like...
Oh, no. It's just like you're going to an area where you don't know anybody. Like, there's no backup. You're just going into the big city by yourself. It's kind of hard. Like, you know, how do you... Yeah. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, I think that was my problem, is I was just... Especially where I just took like this huge ass cross country road trip.
Yeah.
So like the big fear, which is related to that, is like I don't know what the safe and not safe areas are. The news is so political, and like you hear about California, it's like Black Lives Matter riots, Palestine riots, it's wildfires. You hear about Texas, and it's like this homeless problem, people getting shot, thugs in like Dallas, and it's like for the longest time I was like, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm like worried that if I go somewhere, I'm going to get shot because I'm not in the right area. Shit like that. It's like, dude, I get that entirely.
Yeah.
But now that I've traveled and I've been there, every area has like a bad spot of town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Pittsburgh, it's the south side. Don't fuck around the south side after like midnight. It's like generally. Pretty much any area where you see barred up liquor stores and a basketball court in use past midnight.
100%.
Just stay out of that fucking area.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like any more. Like I would go to Nashville and like find like the Airbnbs. I'd find the cheaper ones, and then when I get there, like the guy dropping me off would be like, "Hey, make sure like if you get any more Ubers that they meet you at the door, kind of thing." And like, why? And they're like, "You don't want to be caught out in this neighborhood." I was like, seriously? He's like, yeah, this is not a very good neighborhood. I'm like, well, thanks, dude. I appreciate you telling me this now. Like, after I'm booked and can't leave.
Oh, the host would tell you that.
Yeah, it's like nobody will tell you until, like, you're already there. Then, like, you message the host and be like, hey. Any heads up? And they're like, oh, no, it's not that bad. Like, only one person gets shot a day, not, you know.
It's like when guys go on dates and they don't tell the girl till like 4 dates in that they don't have a job and don't have a car and that they have a fucking felony.
Yeah. Like, surprise.
Everything's good. It's just
they're hoping that if you like them, then it's like maybe you can accept the bad stuff.
Yeah, that's what this Airbnb host is doing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, apartment's pretty nice.
And you're kind of just like, you know what? Just because I don't want to move, I'll just take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to move? Oh, to a different Airbnb?
Yeah. I just don't want to. I don't want to repack everything up, and I'm already here. I've already clogged your toilet, so I feel like justice has been served.
Oh, dude, I fucking love revenge.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I had this thing like right when I was like kind of learning how to drink. When I would go down to Nashville and like party too hard, and like had this. For a while there was a tendency of I just had this habit of throwing up. A couple times threw up in the hotel, like, oops.
In the toilet, or are you just saying just anywhere and everywhere?
Well, one time I passed out on the bed and then woke up throwing up in the bed. That was a good one.
This is when you would go by yourself?
That time I was with my brother, and he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
It was his credit card that was on the
He goes, he's blowing bubbles in the puke. That's how bad it was. Like, yeah, we went hard because the goal is you go hard the first night and then ride the wave, and it's I've done some damage to my body by doing that for sure. Yeah,
you're right. That's the best way to do it. Is get fucking hammered the first night, and then I don't know, after a night out of drinking, dude, and I get in like the zone and I'm just talking to everyone and having a great time. That next morning, you're just so like, I don't give a fuck. You put your sunglasses on.
Yep.
You're kind of like miserable at breakfast, but you like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You feel like such a fucking cool dude. You don't give a fuck about anything. You got drunk as shit the night before. You had the greatest night of your life. And now you're just whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what we're doing today. I'm eating brunch.
Yeah.
I'm maybe having a mimosa.
Yeah, you're kind of like, I could do nothing and I'll be fine all day.
Yeah.
Like, all is right in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. And then there's other days you're just like, what is wrong with me?
The regret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times where you just look in your mirror and go, what is wrong with you? Like, go get help.
My first what is wrong with you moment, I think, was in college. Like, the first night I double dipped.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was like, dude. They weren't like nasty girls or anything, but it was just like, you can't be double dipping, bro.
Yeah.
It was like I went to one girl's apartment, hooked up with her, walked back to my apartment, called another girl I had previously hooked up because I was hammered. It's like, you want to come over? And she's like, yeah. Double dipped. No condom either, which is really fucked up.
Man, you're just playing. That sounds like, yeah, never mind. I was going to incriminate myself, but anyway. I was just going to say, like, dang, dude, like, it's just, wow. You were just playing Russian roulette there, buddy.
Yeah.
Firing off,
playing
shots.
With fire. Playing with your dick on fire. Yeah.
What's life without a few risks?
Honestly, dude, life is so much funner whenever you're like, damn, I barely made it out of that. Or I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. I want to know who the dirty fucker was that spread all the STDs. Because it's like everybody else, like, no, think about it. At one time, no one had that problem. Just saying.
Listen, bro.
No one had that problem at one time. Who's that nasty fucker?
I have had the same thought for 15 years. So, dude, we had this conference in the gym room, and they had all these booths set up.
Yeah.
And this lady's there, and she's like, you can't be having sex without a condom, even if you have the same partner. because you don't know who they've been with. I'm like, but if you're in a committed relationship and the two of you are just having sex with each other, I'm like, where does the STD come from? So I agree. It had to be some nasty, ratchet bitch
That's what I'm saying.
who started chlamydia.
Yeah, it had to be someone who wasn't washing and then was like, now I'm going to go venture out. It's like, stop. What are you doing? No. That was the thing. I think of both people. Yeah, because it had to be somebody dirty. It had to be. Someone who didn't wash themselves. Like,
Well, we never washed. That's the thing.
that's the thing.
We're a people who lived in a society without running water
Yeah.
for so long, and you had to fuck your wife without her showering. You know what I mean? You're going to be a man. You're going to go home after playing in the field. You're going to fuck your unshowered wife.
Yeah. Like, water was only meant to drink. Then.
Yeah.
We're assuming caveman times, like.
No, I'm talking like 1800s, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like those guys working on the prairie. Yeah.
Your wife with her bonnet, and she would open up her skirt, and it's just like a forest of hair and like little like cotton things, the little lints like everywhere.
Yeah, one dude was just like, dude, I just seen one of those roll past me on the way out here. Like, I see one of those roll past me, dude.
She got tumbleweed pussy.
Yeah, dude. So my thing is, like, I like watching, like, when you like watching Westerns and stuff, and it always shows, like, they go to, like, the brothel and stuff, and they always show, like, gorgeous women in there. Then you look at historical photos. Nothing like that. Like, they look like me, shaven. And everybody was like, man, I can't, because you figure you've been riding 500 miles, you're dirty, you hadn't had nothing to drink, you're starving, and you roll into town, and for $1, you can go have some fun. But it looks like me.
I
think
feel
they
like
just took what they could get at that point.
that might be true, but old west towns, if they were big enough, maybe they had a spearmint rhino, and maybe they had a cheerleaders or a Rick's Cabaret.
Yeah. Them small towns didn't have nothing.
Oh yeah, small towns like
Yeah,
Baby Back Gorilla.
Yeah, that's why they would always hide out in the river and like try to catch somebody or something. That's why. That's all they could have. Think about it. They lived out. You lived in a small town. There was nothing. Nothing.
You're like, yeah, fuck the brothel. I'm just gonna go rape a bitch.
That's not me. I said them.
You just said it. You're like, I'm gonna hide out in the river and rape a bitch.
Oh no, I meant like they were like spying on people. They didn't have a strip club, so they would just go watch from the river.
Oh, so you wait.
Yeah.
They'd watch people bathe naked.
Yeah, that was their strip club because they didn't have nothing else.
That was much more wholesome than I thought you were going.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa. We went hard on that.
Well, well, it's not a strip club. Old West brothels, you go there to fuck whores.
That's true. And then like in the big cities, they had like nice ones, I guess.
Cabarets.
Yeah,
That they're called burlesque.
burlesque shows.
Yeah, they're like flinging their meat in the air.
Yeah.
So I have a dark mind, dude. I legit.
I feel that. I felt that right there. I was like, Jesus. I mean, I'm sure that happened too, but like it wasn't like I'm not gonna. What's weird is that I was watching like a lot of these mountain men documentaries. Those guys didn't have nobody. Like they were just out in the mountains by themselves.
They
And,
were
like,
you at the movie theater.
Yeah, they would just go off by themselves. But however, they did things like unlike me. When I went to the movie theater, is that I didn't get lonely and just like look at the guy next to me like, hey, you want to? Because that's what they would do all the time. They were just like, you know what? I don't have anybody else. Like it's like kind of like a Brokeback Mountain situation.
Do not scourge the name of mountain men.
I don't have to. They did it themselves.
Where are your sources saying that all this gay fucking was happening?
The
for
History
these mountain
Channel?
men? Oh, the History Channel. I've never seen that on the History. I've seen Ancient Aliens. I've heard the aliens fucking each other. I've never heard of mountain men.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like a mountain man would rather fuck one of the animals before another man.
I was watching this. There was one movie. It was called. It's a mini series, like a 24-hour mini series. Ridiculous. It was back in the 70s, but it shows these mountain men like they had this retreat where all the mountain men would gather like once a year or whatever and have this big party and trade fur and all that stuff. Well, here they'd have this it's a bunch of dudes. Well, here they wanted to dance and have fun, so one person had to wear a yellow apron and dance, and that was the girl that would dance with all the guys. So the guys had felt like they were dancing with a woman. Not my thing. That's what they did.
You're saying it went past dancing, though.
Probably. I would assume after a while you're like, you know what? He's a pretty good dancer.
But the men can dance together, man.
Yeah.
For you to say,
No, you didn't. You gotta see the context of the dance in here.
oh, they were grinding like middle school dance.
It was like Ring Around the Rosies because it's the 1800s. They didn't have grinding, but eventually, you know.
Wait, so you think because they were ring around the rosying that they were fucking?
I don't think. Probably guarantee that's what happened. You think about it. You ever drinking whiskey all night? They're dancing around each other. It's a bunch of dudes out there. Hey.
This doesn't work. And look, you're alone in your apartment, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like, hey, Big Hoss, really lonely out there in the fucking apartment number 3.
You wait till I have to go check the camera. You're just going to come back and you're just going to say, help.
You turn it off. I think you're about due, aren't you? 20 minutes?
Oh, we got another 7.
August at 29.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I go to like 28. Just to be on the safe side, because it'll shut right off at 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cannons do that, bro. Because I used to, when I was filming concerts all the time, that's what would happen. I'd only have 30. So I'd film like headliners who, like, dudes, I got some really big bands. Like I did August Burns Red, 10th year reunion show in Pittsburgh. I've done like Beartooth, other really big like metal bands.
Oh, nice.
And all the cameras we
were doing. At Stage AE?
Stage AE, yes. And then Preserving Underground in New Ken, where I grew up.
I'm wondering if I've seen you at Stage AE and didn't realize it. Because I used to go to Stage AE for like a lot of country shows and stuff.
See, I don't do country. I was metal niche.
Dang, you should have went to Hardy then.
Dude, I don't like Hardy. All he talks about is waking up in the back of his truck.
Listen, that's what I want to do, okay? Leave me alone.
No, that's cool. But see, that doesn't resonate with me. I don't want to wake up in a truck.
Well, I've seen he's coming with the people he's coming with, Steven Wilson Jr., which I've heard good things. I haven't really listened to him a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think of the other. Oh, Co Wetzel. Co Wetzel's like country. Like, it's who I use it for like walk up music when I go up.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. You said you had me use.
Wetzel.
He was pretty good. I liked what I heard.
Yeah, it's a great like hype song. And then, like, all of his stuff is, like, just... It sounds more like rock, like grungy rock, but it's from Texas. So it has, like, that Stevie Ray Vaughan influence with it.
Yeah.
So...
Southern grunge.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
That's pretty cool.
Think about that. For years, we had Southern rock in the 70s. Now we have Southern grunge.
Sad Cowboys.
Fuck, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love... First of all, that emo cowgirl shit... Let me tell you something. That shit's pretty hard. Have you heard that?
Is emo cowgirl like these girls that are like farm girls but dress like all goth?
It's like women with southern accents singing about how guys fucked them over.
Like what? Like Shania Twain and
kind of like Megan Maroney.
Yeah. And
she looks like Barbie. Like she's basically our country version of Sabrina Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to like keep that thought in the back of my head now. I have to remember that.
What, that Megan Maroney's Sabrina Carpenter?
Nah, I just need to lock that in my subconscious for later.
Yeah, think of her, but on Sabrina's album cover with the leash. Did you hear about that?
I did not. I heard about it. I didn't see the cover.
Oh, it's actually pretty hot. So Sabrina's like on all fours. She has a dog collar around her neck, and this guy's like pulling the leash. And like all these feminists, bro, freaked out. They're like, what the fuck, Sabrina? You set women back like 20 years. Like, what are you doing?
I would be kind of like, wait a minute. Aren't you the same type that got mad at people for calling out OnlyFans models? And when they were shaming that? But now you're literally doing the same shit.
That's the thing, bro. They don't know what their values are.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to maintain a stance, maintain a stance. Like, if you're hard, no drugs at all. That means no weed for you. But if you're going to be like, sometimes I like a little bit of a mushroom. Like, no, you said nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Be consistent. Like, if you're like, hey, I'm pro sex work, if someone's making a smut film, or a snuff film even, you should be supportive of that. If they're producing it, if you're sex trafficking women and you're making good money from this sex, you should be supporting that. You should be all in.
Yeah. I guess.
If you think it's cool to drink alcohol, just fucking drink and drive. If you think that... Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just right. Like, that's the thing is... Everyone just loves the bitch, bro. Everyone just has to complain about something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that just doesn't sit right with me. You know? And like with Sabrina, it's like, dude, some women like to have their fucking hair pulled and be dragged around the house on a leash.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Like, I'll bust everybody out with those ancient proverbs. All right?
Okay.
I bust them out. I bust down those ancient proverbs for people. So if you're someone who, let's say, there is, like, you're offended that someone out there is an OnlyFans model and they're doing sex and that's not Christian or whatever. Listen, there's also, like, there comes a thing where it's like you shouldn't go out of your, if you do something that offends somebody, you should stop. Like, it's better for you to, like, not offend somebody than to keep doing something. So there's that, like, good moral logic, right? Then there's the flip side of that coin where it says, hey, don't be easily offended. Mm-hmm. Same, like, in the same book. It says that. Don't be easily offended. So I think the people that are using the Christian values to argue they're offended of her stuff need to really look back and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be easily offended. Like, hey, they're doing that. That's on them. Go ahead. Not my problem. I'm not subscribed.
Yeah.
Who cares what they do? Like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter did that in this whole album cover. Cool. You don't have to listen to her music. You could be like, I don't like that. And just not go there no more.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's a part of her fan base that is upset. So, like, they did like her before where she's like, this boy's a piece of shit. I don't like him. I'm my own woman. I'm empowering.
Yeah.
How's it taste to be licking his lips that were on my puss? That's one of her songs. It's called Taste.
And I jam out to that song, and I don't even realize that's what it's about.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Sabrina's songs? So, I don't either. I just jam. I think they're like the cutest things ever, and they're sick. They're catchy. But my girlfriend knows the lore on the songs.
Oh.
So, like, what you need is a girl, even if it's a girl friend, a girl pal, you know, to really learn you a thing or two about what she's talking about, bro.
And joke's on them because I'm doubled down and I'm listening to it more now that you've told me that.
Dude, it's sick.
Yeah.
Like, one of the songs is Bedchem's pretty good. There's one, like, Please, Please, Please.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass me or whatever. You know, don't cheat on me. Turns out that guy did cheat on her with this other, like, well-known pop star.
Yeah, who was that? It's the guy that plays the Joker in, like, the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yes.
That guy, Barry, Irish dude.
Mm-hmm.
Which looks like a weirdo anyway. Like, he looks like those stereotypical Irish dudes you saw, like, in, like, the 50s movies. That they drank so much that their eyes, their faces were swelled. Like, that's what his face looks like. Stereotypical. I can say that. I got ginger. I can loud.
Yeah. Well, that's what's weird, dude. Is like you'll see a lot of celebrities date people where you're like, they don't look like.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. We're gonna
pee.
check the camera, and we'll be right back. And we have returned. Gonna set the timer back up. Yeah, I need a clapper. I need like a. I don't know. It's weird. I think I need like one more guy, like running the scenes and stuff. But that's it. Like other than that, like it's kind of cool to do this one man setup.
Yeah, you could do one, man.
So yeah, what was you saying about the celebrities?
Oh, okay, celebrities. You'll notice there's a lot of celebrities, dude, and there's these girls that get passed around in celebrity circles, and they're like really mid-looking bitches. And you're like, you ever see like an actor, and you're like, I would expect him to be banging a much hotter broad than that. You know what I mean? But these girls, like a lot of these guys are so successful, dude. They
Yeah.
don't go out. Like they're not going to go out to a bar and meet a girl.
Yeah, you can't meet it. How are you supposed to meet anybody?
Exactly. So they meet these girls that are already infiltrated into these celebrity and fame circles. So like this happened with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is banging a girl, or he's married to her. She's been passed around like 4 NFL players, got divorced from this dude. And so the way they met was she's a realtor for celebrities, people with money, because her husband was I think a linebacker for the Falcons. So she was in Atlanta, right? And she came out to Dale's place and was like selling him a house, or like she might have been like renovating a house, you know what I mean, remodeling or something. She's like interior designer or some shit like that. Either that or she's selling, I can't remember. But so she infiltrated his thing and was like, "Oh my God, I'm getting divorced from my husband. I really like you, Dale."
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So like I feel like really people you'd be like, I don't even know how they're with these people. They're just in the circles. You know what I mean? And so much of like the game of life is being around the right people. And a lot of these broads, that's what they do. And these guys, like you said, they're like, oh, he's just an actor. He's around these other actors. And he ends up married to a celebrity that looks, and even though you think he looks like a 50s drunk Irishman, that's like all swollen.
Yeah, because you're just dating pop stars. It's like fame, you know, it's money goes to money. Mm-hmm. It's the reason why you never see, like, that's why it's always a fairy tale when it's, oh, Cinderella, the prince is going to save the poor, you know, the beautiful poor rich girl. Like, no, it doesn't go the other way around. Like, the hot supermodel never falls for, like, you know, you don't get that. The Kevin James, you don't get the Hitch thing. Even then, like, he was in the circle. He was working for her.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was in the circle.
Yeah.
So I think even if you're broke, but if you're around the right people and you're in the right crowds, you're doing the right things, you're going to be around other people. And if you meet their level of attractiveness, then you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing is like, bro, there's some hot fucking girls working at Chipotle.
Yeah.
They're a waitress at Applebee's. And who are they dating? The line cook at Applebee's. You know what I mean? And it's like if that girl was in the celebrity circles, oh my God.
Yep.
She'd be dating, you know, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yep. Because that's one of the things. My brother used to work in a restaurant, and same deal. Like, everyone banged everybody in the restaurant. Like, that's just how it worked. Even if they had a boyfriend or a girlfriend outside the restaurant, you still were banging people in the restaurant. Like, that's why I was kind of like, I knew a guy, he was dating, he was married to a girl, and she worked in a restaurant or whatever. And I was like, this ain't going to go well. And everybody's like, why? I'm like, I've worked in the restaurants. I know how this is going to happen. And sure enough, she ended up cheating on him.
With manager?
I don't know. It was just some dude that was there or whatever. And I think it turned out to be like, and the best reason was given that whole, oh, well, he makes me laugh. To be fair, very, very plain individual this guy was. Like, definitely like not a guy that wanted to have fun.
Oh, so you're saying he's not even that funny?
Yeah, he just wasn't fun. Like, he's just like, hey, you want to come hang out? Nah, I'm good. And we're like, all right.
Your boy that got cheated on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was kind of like, well, you can't really complain, man. You brought that on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, she still sucked. Like, you know, she should have just left. But that's my thing. Is that, like, I don't know. So, what have you been up to? I was trying to think of something to talk about.
So I agree with that, bro. That's one of the parts of growing up and maturing is learning how to get out of relationships you shouldn't be in. Because what kids do is they'll stick around, which is what I did. I was in relationships I shouldn't have been in. I wasn't happy. And instead of just being like, hey, this isn't working, I start looking elsewhere outside of the relationship. And that's not fucking cool. Because it's, in my eyes, a relationship is literally, this is why cheating is considered like so messed up in society. Because to me, a relationship is a contract. And the two of you have defined the terms of your relationship.
Yeah.
And if you cheat, what you're doing is you're saying, fuck your contract and fuck you. I'm going to go outside of this. And basically, it's the same thing as stealing in my mind. Basically. You know what I mean? In terms of, like, ethics. So, like, to be a man, bro, is to be able to be like, listen, we are not meant to be together because women have a really hard time doing this.
Yeah.
The man is the one that has to be like, listen, this isn't working. We either need to figure this out. Here's what's wrong. This needs to be fixed, or like we can't be together. And in most men, instead, they want to keep the consistent pussy. And they want to stay in a relationship, be like, oh, I have this kind of hot girlfriend or really hot girlfriend. She's a fucking bitch, though, and I don't really like being with her. But that's consistent pussy, and then I can go outside of the relationship and look for, like, my actual wife. You know what I mean? That's just, like, it's child shit. And it's, like, just unethical to be like that.
Yeah, and it's, yeah. I agree with that. 100%. Because, yeah, definitely. Because, and then you have those people that are just like, oh, I'm just in an open relationship. And that's I've had a couple people like, yeah, I want to do that, and I'm like, nah, it's not for me. Like, I was a selfish kid growing up. I don't share. It's just it's not happening. You don't get to be a big guy by sharing anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, it's I don't know. Like, a part of me is like, it's just too weird for me. Just because it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a guy. I'd be doing a guy dirty. Like, hey, man, and even if he was like, no, man, it's cool. I'm like, is it though? It's like, dude, it's like I come over your house, I'm driving your car. It's not. You'd be like, what the fuck?
So are you saying you've been propositioned to be a third, or to fuck someone's wife as the bull?
No, I knew guys that were like, I knew one guy that was a swinger that I used to work with, and I was like, we stayed away from that guy because he would like slip something in your drink and then be like, I feel funny, and then wake up at his house. I'm good.
Not good.
Yeah, not good at all.
Oof.
I don't know if this guy actually did that. It was joked around enough that and there was some evidence that was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You get a vibe from someone, and you're like, I know bad things happen if I befriend you or like, I'm close to you.
Yeah, and then like, he'd always come in and had like sores on his hands. So it's like, you're swinging, but it's not even going. Like, you're not even doing it right, man. You're just getting sick all the time.
Sores on his hands?
Yeah.
Like STDs on his hands?
Yeah, like you made go out of your way, but like, whose gloves are those? Oh, that's so and so's. I'm not using his gloves because you don't know what the fuck I'm gonna catch. Yeah, like every time I'd see his glove, he'd be like, "Well, my gloves disappeared." Would you just throw them away? Not touching those.
Medical gloves are like yard work gloves.
No, like these are like work gloves. Like
those things are like fucking 20 a piece. That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, nope.
Damn. To have warts and STDs on your hands, bro.
Yeah, like open sores, and like he'd have like constantly like cold sores on his. Yeah, and we're like, don't touch me. Like it would be one of those like he'd shake your hand, like go to shake your hand, and be like, nah, I'm good.
Ooh, I'd rather him have poop on his hands than open sores on his hands when he shakes my hand.
Yeah, like it
Ooh.
was. Yeah, and you're just like, I'm good. Like, and like, it was one of those, like, he was almost like, when you talk to him, too, he wasn't the brightest bulb. So, like, I think he had, like, the Capone thing where he had syphilis so many times, like, the brain was eating his brain.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the movie about that?
Capone?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Tom Hardy plays Capone.
That's dope. I like Tom Hardy.
He's and it's, well, like, it's later in his life, like, when the syphilis was, like, eating his brain. So, like, he would just be sitting there and talking to her, like, Capone, where's the money you hid? Where's the money you hid, boss? And he'd just be sitting there going, with a cigar and just shit himself. Shit himself. And, like, supposedly, Tom Hardy did it for real because he's a method dude, would just shit himself.
That's funny. Damn. So that's probably a really good role for him because he's, like, playing a guy that's declining mentally.
Yeah.
And throughout the movie, you can see him acting out that.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious, though. Because, like, they'll be talking to him, like, having a serious conversation, and he just look over and go, huh? And then just shit himself.
That's how it be, bro. That shit is so funny.
And part of me is like, at that point, if I know I'm that mentally gone, that's where I want to be in my life. Like, I don't want to be aware that it's happening, but I'd like to just fuck with, like, inconvenience other people.
Okay. See, I'm the opposite, bro.
Because I feel like, part of me is like, life has been fucking me over so much that you're like, you know what? At this point, I want to be old and not be aware of what's going on and shit myself and make somebody else clean it.
Mm. So are you saying you're not aware at all? Or are you like, you're aware of it, but you're like, I'm going to shit myself. And
like, you're just so far out of it, you have no idea what's happening.
Oh, okay. That's sad.
So it's like, I'm not even consciously aware that I shit myself.
Oh, okay. Damn. So you're like, just make me brain dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I feel like I'm going to beat it. So I have CTE really bad from college football and a bunch of other shit. That's why I had to quit playing when I was like my senior year. I quit because I got a bad concussion, dude. My mom got a really bad concussion that summer, tried to kill herself, fucking went crazy.
Whoa.
And I was like, this isn't anything to play with, like, at all.
Yeah.
At all. And I was like, I had to, like, that whole summer, bro, I was visiting her at Western Psych, grippy socks, and, like, meeting all her fucking, like, crazy, like, schizophrenic friends.
Yeah.
It was wild. But.
Dude, isn't it weird? Okay. No disrespect to anybody who's actually been in there. But if you've ever had to go into, like, the psych ward of any type of like hospital, scariest feeling in the world, in my opinion, because like I'm so like on edge because it's like, how do you know that person over there with coloring books right now isn't going to try and stab me in the eye with that green crayon? I have no idea. I had to go in there one time. We had a friend that had a mental break and had to call like, and so we went in to go see him and visit him. And here it was during visiting hours. Well, here something actually popped off during visiting hours that they had to kick us all out and lock it down because someone had a session or whatever. Freakiest feeling in the world. Do you ever have that? Like, do you ever have to be involved in that?
Well, bro, I was an EMT for a little bit,
Ooh.
and a firefighter this was back when like the CTE shit was happening with me and my mom, and. That's probably the number one concern I had, bro, especially if you work near the city, is you just have people that are so mentally incapacitated that they are harming the people around them and they don't even know they are. They're like people that are normally normal, nice people. They're either in some kind of psychosis because of drugs. They're having like a schizophrenic break. That's where I see a lot of the times in news in like the local area, like EMTs dying, people getting injured. Like, it's really people that are going through mental health issues, and that's when it gets scary.
Yeah, I knew of a situation where some kid took, like, bad acid, and he ended up getting lit up by, like, police. Like, lived, but then they wanted to blame the police department. It's like, no, your son took acid. Like, but still, like, it's freaky, because, like, this is a young kid, like, had his whole life ahead of him. He lived, but still it was like... Damn, like that'd be freaky, like to come on a scene like that because you're like you can't even reason with the person because they're not there. And I've watched a few like TikTok body cam videos. Those freak me out, man.
Like a lot of the times it's cops being like stop, you know what I mean? And it's such a blurred line, dude, because even the cops know they're like this is a normal person most likely. They're in just such a bad state of mind. And a lot of the times they'll call it like excited delirium, especially if they're autistic.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to hurt this person, but at the same time, I have to do something. He's either going to hurt me or hurt someone else.
Well, people argue like, oh, why don't you use the taser and stuff? Well, sometimes here's what happens. Do you remember, I think it was like 2011, 2012. There was a video that happened at PNC Park. This dude was like 6'6", and they had the batons, and they're cracking that dude in the back of the legs, cracking him in the face, and it's not phasing this dude. He didn't go down, and even then when they cracked him with the taser, they had to hit him twice, because like he just did it. Like he just went like this the first time and just kept coming. Like, whew, freaky, man.
Yeah. Well, at least at like PNC Park, you don't have weapons usually. So like that's why I always say like. Bro, I love going to airports and sporting events.
Yeah.
There's no guns. It's fair play. I talk so much shit at an airport. I talk so much shit at a Penguins game, bro. Because it's just hands. You know what I mean? Yeah. Out in public, I see someone at a gas station being an asshole, I turn the other way.
Yep.
Because we didn't go through a security line to get in the gas station. But PNC Park, bro, that's where you shouldn't shoot someone because they don't have a gun.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, well, if it got in here, how the hell? Like, how the hell did we get in here?
The gun?
Yeah. Like any concert or anything, like, I don't know. It's sometimes, like, it's weird. Like, my brother was telling me, like, or my brother-in-law was telling me, like, before, like, 9/11, he goes, like, they'd go to concerts out of Burgettstown and stuff. My brother-in-law was a cop. So he'd just walk in with had his service weapon on him. No one ever said nothing. Because it was, before 9/11. They said after 9/11, he couldn't even walk in. Even though he was a cop, couldn't have a gun on him, nothing. He's like, I'm not even drinking tonight. Like, nope. Like, nothing in here.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, I never really understood that. Because out in the parking lot, after everyone's getting out of the concert, you're in this huge mass of people, everyone leaving at the same time. If I were to do a mass shooting event, it's going to be there. Like my school in high school, bro, they had metal detectors because we were in the hood.
Yeah.
And to get into the school, you had to go through the metal detectors. But the thing is, they wouldn't open them up until like 10 minutes after all the buses got there. So you just have a mass of students all in one area waiting to go through the metal detectors. And I'm like, this defeats the purpose of the fucking metal detector.
Yeah. It's weird. Eventually we're going to get to the point where they just scan people and are like, this person has like weapons, or like they'll be able to scan you just by looking at you.
Yeah, the cops do that now.
Yeah.
They scan you. If you're under a certain darkness, they can.
Oh, dang. They do the Family Guy one where like him like, oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
Or was it the worst? I think the worst example of that was when Peter kept talking shit to the cop in the South, and he kept hitting Cleveland. He's like, Peter, shut the fuck up. Like, he was so pissed. Because he just kept saying it. He's like, stop, please.
I fucking love OG Family Guy, dude.
Dude, they just dropped that new season of King of the Hill. Have you watched it?
Mm-mm.
It's perfect. Perfect. Like, it's one of those, like, they pick up, like, because it didn't really tell you, like, when the show was set, like, the original show. So this one, they just know that it's after COVID.
Oh.
That's it. Like, it's enough that they referenced the pandemic, that's it. But everything else is, like, and it's just them trying to adjust to life now. But they don't go too preachy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was funny because, like, Dale's doing this one, like, they're going to the Bush Museum, and Dale's explaining, like, the real history of the event. And here, the people are actually believing Dale because most people believe conspiracy theories. And I think it was, like, I forget, Dale made something up about Obama, and he goes, it's bad, and Hank goes, it's bad enough he was born in Hawaii. You don't have to make up facts to say that's why people didn't vote for him. Like, he was almost like, Hank's like, yeah, I don't like it either, but don't make up shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like him, like, going against the disinformation stuff while also still being his character.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is the most realistic depiction of someone who's like a middle of the lane kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone who's like, yeah, I can change if what you're saying actually makes sense. But if what you're saying doesn't make sense, I'm still staying who I am.
Yeah.
Like, you can't reason with Hank Hill about why charcoal's better.
Yeah, that's why Hank Hill works, bro. It's just like he doesn't have a negative bone in his body, but he's still so stuck in his ways. And at work, I could see some clips from it, like him trying to use his phone, him adjusting to like social media. Did
you see when he went to the bathroom, he was trying to figure it out, and he couldn't tell by the signs. And the one person walked by and goes, "It's okay, they're all gendered." And he gets back in the car and goes, "Peggy, are we all gendered?" Like, you didn't know how to answer. Like, he didn't get it. I'm like, that's me. I completely understand that. I don't get half what's going on.
Yeah, he's just a normal dude. And the things going on around him, they're just like, what the fuck?
One of the best lines that come out of there is Bobby takes him to, like, this football camp where he can pretend to be pro. He is, well, Dad goes, look at you, you're milking it up, still trying to act like you're pro. He goes, I did go pro, Bobby. Propane. And I was like, that was made for us. Because everybody who comes up with the propane jokes, that's made for us.
That's hilarious. Bro, you have such a good Hank Hill. It's crazy.
Oh, it's just weird just watching it all the time. I binged the whole series. It was just... There's so much new shit out there, and half it doesn't, like, interest me. Like, all the House of the Dragon, like, Game of Thrones shit, none of that interests me. And I'm kind of, like, oversaturated by, like, action shows on TV. Like, there's the Terminal List on Amazon. There's, like, how many fucking shows on Netflix. Everybody's like, oh, you got to check this show out. I'm like, I can't handle all this cerebral mind fuck all the time. I did watch The Penguin, though. Did you check that out?
No, is it good? Colin Quinn is like the Penguin?
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell, sorry, not Colin Quinn.
Yeah. Could
He's
you
another
imagine that?
dude bangs Scarlett Johansson, dude.
Colin Quinn?
No, isn't that Colin Quinn? The guy from
No,
SNL?
Colin Quinn's well, that's a different guy. You're thinking about Colin Jost.
Colin Jost.
That's the guy.
I mess up my Collins, dude.
Yeah, Colin Quinn. It's weird. Did the same job at Saturday Night Live.
Oh, is that why I'm confused?
Yeah,
Oh.
because they both did Weekend Update. Just one was the more sarcastic one. This one's the more
Straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Suit guy.
What are they gonna do when those guys leave? Them doing the joke swap is the best. Like some of the best material they've done on that show.
Yeah.
So-
Everything got to move on, bro. You used to have Norm on SNL. Kicked him off.
Who do you think is the best Weekend Update host?
I could not tell you, brother.
Because you had Chevy Chase, but he only did it for 1 year, and it was meh. Then you had Dan Aykroyd. Like, yeah, because you get I always like Tina Fey. Those guys were, girls were pretty great.
What era was she doing SNL?
Like 2007, 2012, maybe.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't have cable growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't even have internet, so like SNL was not a.
Well, dude, that wasn't a cable show.
SNL wasn't?
No, that's on NBC late at night.
Oh, so I would have never got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you would, no, that's like a. Wait,
you're
you
saying
don't-
like local broadcast?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like Channel 11. You put
Oh.
it on Channel 11, I think it's like 11:30 on Saturdays. That's SNL.
I was too busy playing Call of Duty with my friends
That's fair.
in my rundown house.
That's the bad part. Is like SNL is good for like when you're in a teenager, not as an adult because everyone's doing shit on Saturday nights.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like no one's gonna be like, hang on for a second, stop partying, we're gonna watch Saturday Night Live, then we're gonna go back to partying. No one's doing that.
I feel like in general it's fallen off, bro. Like we used to have so much or so many cultural events that like as a society we would gather around, experience it all at the same time, talk about it the next day or the next week. You know what I mean? Like South Park used to be like that when we were growing up. It's like, oh shit, did you see the new episode of South Park?
Well, people are kind of getting back to that. Have you watched the new
With
episodes?
the new Paramount stuff?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
First of all, making Trump Saddam Hussein was hilarious.
Mm.
Doubling down on it the next week, was it like the next episode that he doubled down on it, made JD Vance like the little guy in Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
That was genius. Boss, the highest planet landed. And they're like, shut up. Shut up, stupid. And he kicks him at one point.
Bro, I've been saying that for months. JD Vance is literally the like evil sidekick to the main villain that he's just like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And he slaps him.
I don't know, because like every time I see him like in things, I'm like, well, he doesn't look like that bad of a guy. He always seems like super nice, and every time I see him in podcasts and interviews and stuff, it just seems like a no nonsense guy.
He's such a bitch, dude. You got to watch back whenever the Zelensky shit was happening.
Oh
Whenever
yeah, I did see that.
They brought Zelensky in and strong-armed him. And he was like, you better say thank you to Donald Trump for what he's done and what this country's done for you. You're so disrespectful. And it's just like sidearm couch, like no one fucking asked you. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I feel like Donald was kind of like, he's like, listen, I'll call on you when I need you.
That's what I mean, bro. By like
I feel
evil
like that's
villain.
what happened.
That's what I mean. Donald Trump is like the evil villain in like the Austin Powers movie, and JD Vance is like the annoying sidekick, or like Gronk, and he's like, Gronk, shut up, shut up,
dude. I'll keep him as Gronk because it makes him still likable. Because I feel like he's like a lovable doof.
I don't get that vibe at all, dude.
Really?
And I'm not even a libtard,
Man.
and I think he's such a bitch.
I don't know. I feel like I would drink a beer with him
You
just
think
to
so?
see what he's like and be like, all right, man.
He doesn't even live anything like you, dude. I'm telling you.
He's a guy I think that he would tell me that there was aliens. Like I could get him. I could be friends with. I could get in there, be friends with him, and he would like me so much that he'd be like, all right, dude, seriously, dude, check this out, and he would snitch. I guarantee it. You just gotta be friendly with him.
Maybe I haven't seen him on any podcast.
Can't go in. Oh, him on Theo Vaughn's one of the funniest things.
Oh, he's on Theo. That I could check out.
That's why.
That's a very human podcast.
Yeah, like the Rogan one, he doesn't like. He's still more like professional and stuff. But when he's on Theo's, you could tell he's having so much fun, and it's like, oh, that's why. Okay.
Maybe I'll watch that one. I'll get a different perspective on JD Vance.
Yeah, I feel like he would leak out the Epstein list.
Bro, until the Epstein list is like released, Trump is just officially a pedophile.
Oh, for sure.
There's no way.
I completely agree with that. Like that's where I'm at with it. It's kind of like it was one of those. He was funny, and then when he started acting that way, I'm like, oh, dude, you're on the list, 100%. But then again, it's one of those like, how can you? Maybe they're afraid to release the list and like, hear me out. This is me playing devil's advocate. Maybe they're afraid to leak the list because maybe the list is mostly like people who were just there that didn't actually partake on shit. Like maybe that was like a secret part. Like maybe that was a nighttime thing. Like no one knew about it. But then there's too much weird shit. Yeah, see, I lose my devil's advocate argument because once I start seeing the photos of George Bush playing with the Twin Towers blocks and Bill Clinton in the blue.
Shit.
You'd see that photo?
No.
Dude, it's a painting he has in the Epstein house.
No.
There was a painting of Bill Clinton pointing at the camera like this, and he's in a blue dress.
It's not
sitting
AI?
No, it's 100% a painting that's on Epstein Island. And then there's one with George Bush sitting on the floor playing with blocks, and it looks like the Twin Towers. And it's
that could have been a painting, like a something he paid for, though, to have painted.
I get it, but it's like, but why? Especially when you're having all these you're having the man himself show up to the island. Like, Bill Clinton's been on, like, confirmed, hanging out with you.
Was that painting commissioned after he hung out with Bill Clinton? Maybe he's like, Bill Clinton's a pansy. I'm going to make him in a blue dress.
Yeah. But then again, it's like, that'd be like if I was a billionaire, you don't think I'd have paintings commissioned of all my buddies that were fucked up?
Yeah.
Like, just have, like, Nick Doyle riding, like, a pony or something, like a unicorn. I'd have that in my house. Why not? And I think he would be okay with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We actually got to go check the camera again, so give me 1 sec. And we're back. Right on. Yeah.
I'm your clapper.
So, yeah, the reason why I had you on is, one, I ran into you all the time at Mario's. And then then you were gone for a couple of months, and you started you hosted a mic first.
Yeah, I started hosting Sidelines in February.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, as a comic, especially a newer comic, all that matters is reps. That's all anyone talks about. Like, reps. The thing is, bro, when you're doing open mics, you go out to an open mic, and you're on a list. You're there for sometimes 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. You're out there for 4 hours to get, at some mics, bro, like Scarps, 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, because there's so many comics that sign up.
It's crazy. And it's like, this is so not worth my time to be here for 4 hours unless I'm networking. And I don't even like half the fucking comics in Pittsburgh anyway. So it's like, what am I networking for? Yeah. I don't make friends with these motherfuckers. So I came to a point where I was like, I just have to host my own thing. And then I can get as much time as I want. I can put on comics I like. I can put together a room where people can actually do whatever the fuck they want.
Yep. See that? I remember when I first started doing comedy, I was like, so like, when do you like start getting booked and stuff? And at the time they were like, oh, usually it's like 2 years before someone gets their own show. They said, but they said, if you want to get booked, they said, start your own thing. They said, start your own mic. They said, once people see you're doing it for a while, you'll start getting asked to do shows. Then it'll be like, oh, hey, you have a show? Cool. Can I do your show? And I'll have you do mine. It's like, oh, sweet. I was like, so that's how it starts. So I think it's awesome to see, like, you started like, oh, I know I have to go, like, start my own thing.
Yeah.
And because then gigs come out of that.
That's true. I feel like, one, you start to know people a lot better when you host. Like, people come out and they're like, oh, I love the room you're putting together. Like, I could tell you put a lot of effort into it. I feel like I have one of the best, like, for an open mic presentations.
Oh, for sure. Like, do you have the whole camera set up and things like that? And, like, there's decent, like, the lighting's good. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. The room's fun. Yeah. I was there last week, at the time of recording, probably a couple weeks ago. But we had a lot of fun. Yeah. Which is crazy, dude. Like I was saying, that room was dead for, like, compared to what we usually get. Like, when the fire happened, dude. Yeah, I was there for the fire night. I think I went up for. Did I go up before or after?
I don't even think you got to go up.
Yeah.
Because I hosted. Pradeep went up first. Pradeep caused the fire.
Yeah.
And dude, there were people standing in the back of the room. It was so packed.
I was standing in the bar, and all of a sudden the bartender come running out, and she's like, "Fire! Fire!" And then a part of me was like, "Should I pull that fire alarm?"
Ooh,
Because like everybody walked past it. And I'm like, no one's hit this yet. And a part of me was like, this was my one opportunity, and I didn't pull it because I didn't want to like pull it and then be like, why did you pull it? Like we had it contained in 5 minutes, and it was like, oh well. I don't know how bad it was. Does anybody have video of the actual like flames?
I might be able to pull it from the security cameras.
Sweet. I want to see how big it was. If it would have just been like like a rag caught on fire and that was it, I'd have been upset.
No, it was like a ball of fire, dude. Like a huge grease fire. Like,
dang, I wonder what happened. Just like
apparently, the way they have their kitchen when they remodeled it, there's the grill here,
yeah,
and they have a metal sheet, like just flat sheet metal on the wall in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go all the way to the bottom of the floor. So all this grease that accumulated from years prior and over time, we're still sitting there. And I guess they dropped something that was on fire, something really hot behind the grill, and it caught that up, and it went up and behind that metal, up into the wall. So when the firefighters came, they were still like kindling and fire still up in the wall, and they had to knock it all out to finally put it out.
Dang. But now they're like, it took them a couple months. They finally got it back together. Now your mic's back weekly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sweet. Because it was like every other week before.
Yeah, I was kind of like dipping my toes in a little bit, and it was a really good room. And dude, now that I've been on the road, which is like, I recommend any comic, like go to as many cities as you can, and you'll kind of feel out how a mic should be ran. And I really want to move to LA now.
Oh, really? Was you out there?
Yeah, we made it all the way to LA. Like,
sweet.
We were on the road. I was on the road 3.5 months in the van.
Nice.
Kaylee made it to LA with me. We made it all the way to the West Coast, which I've never been ever, like that far west. Like I was truly adventuring.
Sweet.
For the first time in my life.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could just take time off and just go do things like that. Because you guys at least took a couple months, like basically the summer almost, right?
Yeah. Well, I work remote, so like I was working on the road.
Oh, okay.
While I was out, which has kind of been on my. I'm like very intentional, or at least I was very intentional with the way I like set up my life, and that was always like number one is like get a remote gig, and then be able to tour. So even if it was with music or now comedy, it's like I just want to have a reason to be on the road and be able to make money while I'm out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, when it was just you two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like when it's just you two, you be amazed at the stuff that you can get into. It's crazy because like when you're like, I've realized when I was by myself, like going on vacation and stuff, I'd meet all kinds of people. And like people that I would never meet if I was with a group of people. Mm-hmm. Like you would never do things you will do things by yourself that you would never do if you were with people. And that's what it makes vacation way better.
Yeah.
Cuz you don't have to deal with an itinerary. I hate that shit. Don't tell me what I'm doing first thing when I wake up till when I go to bed. I'm just here to have fun, and if we do things, cool. If not, we just had fun.
Yeah. I have friends that do that. They're like a very itinerary-driven friends or like friend group. And then I have friends, dude, like I don't even like going out with because I feel like I have to babysit them. And it's like if we go out to the bars, they kind of like want everyone to stand around the same corner and fucking I feel like I have to keep the energy up. And it's like, this sucks. I mean, I like going to bars and like just like meeting randoms, talking it up with whoever. And some of my friends aren't like that. They're kind of the opposite, where they're like standoffish with new people. Yeah. And I'm like, you suck to go out with because you're not going to meet anyone. Then you wonder why you're alone. Yeah. It's because you're like this to strangers. Yeah.
I love like going to a dive bar and like sitting there and like you're talking to like the old guys there. And that was what I would do. I'd go midday and just sit and talk with like people who just hang out at the bar because they're like retired or whatever. And they tell you stories and stuff. You learn all kinds of shit. Mm-hmm. And you meet interesting people that you can like, oh, I'm going to remember that as a character or something, and you can use it your stand-up later.
Yeah.
I met one dude, he sounded just like Larry the Cable Guy, and he was just a truck driver just driving through Nashville. And like he'd just tell him like, what's that you got going on there? I tell you what, man, that's kind of crazy. And that's just how he would talk. Yeah. That dude was not bullshitting. That's just who he was. Mm-hmm. And I was like, respect. I love that.
Yep.
I was like, I gotta base something off that guy one time.
You got a good Hank Hill. You got a good Larry, I think.
I've been working on the voices. The Matthew McConaughey one, everyone likes when you break that out in a stand up.
Fuck yeah.
I don't even think that has a good punchline. Like that's basically the punchline is me doing the accent.
Yeah, for sure. People love that shit.
Yeah, because do you ever hear the Matthew? Yeah, I think you've heard the Matthew McConaughey before. I think I've
now
done,
I have
done it on the
to now
pod.
I have to pay attention whenever I see your stand up.
Yeah.
Thing is, when I'm hosting, that's the thing. I don't really see a lot of people's sets.
Same. It's hard for me to watch other people's sets. Like it's not that I don't want to. It's just my brain's 1,000. Like there's 1,000 things bouncing through my head. It's hard for me to focus. Which I later found out was like apparently was ADHD.
Kind of. I mean, bro. So that's another thing. Like being on the road.
Yeah.
We're comics, brother. We want to be up there talking. We're there to work, really, and get reps.
Yeah.
And that's like my whole thing with this room is like, that's why I do the online signups now. It's like, you're going to go around 9:20, 9:30, wherever you signed up.
Yeah.
You can get in, get the fuck out if you want to. Get more reps. I'm not forcing you to come here so you can be an audience member. You're a comic. Come here and get your reps in and leave if you want. Or just hang.
I noticed that. And I like how you give the option, like, hey, do you want a longer set or do you want to not to? And I was like, when I seen that first time, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go the longer set, but I want to be, because it's your first time, I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I let somebody else take it.
No, if I'm telling you, do you want more time? It's because not enough comics signed up and there's more time to kill.
Okay.
So that's the best thing about this room, bro. I don't know what it is. I feel like I got on some people's bad sides, like early on when I was doing comedy in Pittsburgh, and they got really weird with me when I'd go to mics. I think some of it, too, was when I came back after like a month out. No one told me about the Chuck thing, and I did one of Chuck's mics. And then all of a sudden, bro, none of them would talk to me. They wouldn't put me on their open mics. They would ignore me if I was like, hey, Spot. No one fucking told me that like this whole thing was going on. So at that point, I was like, you know what? Fuck you.
Same. I found out about it like later, and it was just like, I'm just going to stay away from this because I don't like, yeah.
But yeah, I think I rub people the wrong way. And honestly, some of these motherfuckers I just don't like, bro. Like their personalities, they're very cliquey and shit like that. So what's nice is like not a lot of people come out to the sidelines mic. At least people I don't like.
Yeah.
Like it's generally all the boys.
That's the best part about having like a mic that's further out is that you're catching just the people who live around that side of town. Like you're going to catch Blake because Blake lives from Newcastle and he's like, well, screw it. I'm coming down that way anyway. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't I? Scriva doesn't live too far from there.
Aliquippa.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to dox everyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, in the stand-up.
He wears it on his shirt, literally Aliquippa mascot.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, like you're all, like, kind of close. Yeah, I'm good. Nice. It's storming outside.
Bro, I'm nesting hard right now with the baby coming. Kaylee's nesting.
Oh, yeah?
My favorite thing to do is sit on the porch and watch a storm.
Is it not the best?
We just bought this egg chair, dude. It's like a swinging chair, but it's like egg-shaped. Oh, it's like, it just makes me feel so at home.
I always want to sit in a swinging chair, but as a fat guy, I have that fear. The bolts, I don't trust American engineering, dude. I get nervous on toilets, man. Those toilets that you go in the mall, when I was bigger, like that, when I was hitting that 420 numbers, and you'd sit on those toilets where they hang off the wall, you hear that, you sit down and you hear that, you're like, listen, I know this thing has to have a little give, but if it starts giving too much, we're fucked.
Damn, you were up to 420.
Yeah.
Blaze it.
Hell, for those exact reasons. I was smoking a lot of weed at the time and ordering DoorDash. I was just depressed, man. It's just, COVID.
It was COVID weight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was wearing shirts up to 5X. Wow. Yeah.
Were you a bigger kid growing up, or is it later?
I was always a bigger kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, everyone's always been on the heavier side. Like, we're all stocky. Like, if I wasn't, like, fat, I would be stocky. Like, I'd still be, like, everybody always said, like, man, if I had a chest like yours, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, because I don't realize what I have. Like, and everybody's like, no, like, you're built for, like, working out and stuff. I'm like, yeah, if only I had the work ethic, man. Like, I'd love to hit the gym and be, like, jacked. There's times I'm like, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. Like,
oh, yeah.
If there weren't any health benefits to it, I wouldn't be doing that shit ever.
Yeah.
I'm struggling now to get to the gym because I'm locked in with a girlfriend. I used to only lift because I wanted to look good.
Now I have the problem. It's like I want to go to the gym, but then it's like I have there's so much going on in my day. It's like I have to I have to lift. Then I get sweaty. I have to take a shower. Well, that's more laundry I got to do. Mm-hmm. So it's like do I want to do laundry more often or less? So it became an economic thing for a while too.
Of time and financially, yeah.
Yeah, because you're just like, I need to get the most out of my time.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, there's things in your life, bro, you could cut to make it a priority.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if you're like kind of sitting around smoking weed, ordering DoorDash, playing video games, that's what a lot of people don't realize is for me, like, bro, I only need like 10 to 20 minutes. And like, I'm the same way. I dread doing this shit, dude. But if you just set a timer on your phone, you're like, shit, 10 minutes, I'm going to do this push-up workout, or I'm going to walk around the block for 10 minutes, you can fit it in. You know what I mean?
That's all my thing. That's what I need to start doing. Like, do like the mini stuff that I can get it in, because I'm so used to thinking about when I go to the gym, do 45 minutes at the gym, lifting weights and doing a workout like that. Because I always wanted to like lift. I always wanted to, everybody wants that Arnold, that Stallone build,
Yeah.
But it's not funny. That's the bad part.
There are no funny jacked comics. Joe Rogan, there's a reason he's not funny, dude. It's because he squats so much, he doesn't have brain capacity to be funny. I swear to God, when I have heavy squat weeks, bro, I don't want to do nothing. I can't be funny because I'm so miserable from lifting heavy-ass weight.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Squats are insane. Like, squats are fun, but they also, like, will destroy your calves. Like, your calves will look like shredded chicken afterwards.
They're not fun. I can't agree with that. I fucking hate squatting. They're so necessary. They raise your test levels. You turn into a real man after you squat. For real.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Lifting heavy weight, dude. That's why all these little shrimp boys that like are like, oh my God, fucking women defend their rights, or like they look the way they do, is because they don't squat. I swear to God, it's get in the fucking weight room, liberals.
Makes sense. Soy boys.
But yeah, dude. So that's the thing is like you can't put yourself in a box. And I do this a lot too, where like even in my like career and personal life, I'm like, I have to do this certain thing. I have to post 10 videos a week. I have to do it this way. And like I was the same way, like, oh my God, I have to go to the gym and work out for 50 minutes, and you know what I mean? But the thing is, you put so many barriers up on like your time and your availability to do that shit, you just end up not doing it because you put it at such a high level. And you're like, I can't get there right now. I can't get up there. You know what I mean? But if you're like, do I have 5 minutes? You're like, yeah. Because you brush your teeth. You know what I mean? So, like, do I have 5 minutes right now to stretch before bed? And it's like, fuck, I really don't want to. But it's 5 minutes. I can just knock it out real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the best way to do it.
I need to find those decompression workouts because I always feel like your back and stuff. It's like I love that. There was a machine when I used to go to the strongman gym where you'd hang. Rogan posted about it one time or talked about it on his pod where it's like you lay on a table and like and there's a weight on your leg and it pulls your leg, like it's supposed to pull your back out and decompress your back while also strengthening your legs because you have to lift the weight up. It's like you lay at 90 degrees and then the weight's here and then you swing your leg like that.
And it decompresses your back.
Yeah, it's supposed to pull all your supposed to pull on your spine and pull your you can hear like your back popping and stuff from it. Yeah, it's the best workout ever. As soon as you do it, you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, bro. I bet. So a lot of people realize like carrying around so much weight, dude. It's probably so hard on your body.
100%. Your knees and stuff. Like it's and then as soon as you lose the weight, you start feel like it. It does feel like a weight lifted off you. I mean, I lost 135 pounds. Granted. Yeah. Granted, some of that was Ozempic, but I'm not mad about that.
You're on Ozempic? Nice.
Yeah, dude. Well, you hit that part you plateau, and it's like I don't understand what I'm doing. Like I'm doing the right stuff. Why? Mm-hmm. And so this is like, oh, now I don't have to eat as much, and it also saves you on your grocery bill because you're not eating as much.
Yeah, it's fucking your insurers.
Yeah.
You know how much Ozempic is?
It's like $1,500, which is ridiculous to me. I don't understand how this stuff is that crazy expensive, and insurance is a scam. Because if you're telling me I can only pay that much, then why can't I pay that much all the time?
Wait, you only pay? What are you saying? Sorry.
No, I only have to pay like $25.
Yeah, you pay like next to nothing.
Yeah.
Insurance pays for it. So, do you have employer-based healthcare?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your employer's paying that. So, like, my job, bro, my day job, so many of our clients, like, we work with, like, Google, like, big mother effers.
Yeah.
And they are complaining so much about Ozempic, bro, because so many of their people are getting on it, and it's, like, just bankrupting their health plan. Because it's so much money, dude. Like, it's so much money that legit insurers could hire everyone, personal trainers and nutritionists full-time with the amount of money you spend on Ozempic. It's crazy.
Really?
Yes. It's so, dude, $1,500 a month. You could have a personal trainer and nutritionist.
Hey, I'd be like, well, I mean, I'd rather have that.
Yeah, that's what they should be doing. They should be doing lifestyle intervention type shit.
Yeah.
Instead, they're like, oh, just take this pill. But we're not going to pay for you to have like a trainer. Pay for your own gym, fat ass. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's bullshit. It's just said I would love, and besides, like lifting weight is so much fun. It's so much fun to go to a gym and like work out and lift heavy shit. Like people act like, oh no, it's just a teeth. Like no, trust me, the feeling you get from it, like you do feel like you could throw a car. Like that's why I got the thing tattoo, man. That's
You're the thing.
That's my thing. Like I always liked it because he's like this nice guy, but he's a big ugly rock monster, and he's strong. He beat the fuck out of people. Like I was like that's what I want to be. I want to be that guy.
I want to be big, ugly, and nice.
Yeah. Well, I always felt like big and ugly, so that's why I always thought about that. Then like you have your friends go, no man, you're a handsome guy. I'm like, that's really gay of you to say that. Always trick your friends into doing that. Like fish for the compliment, then insult them.
Insult them
Immediately.
You bastard.
Yeah, hit them with that, and then call them things you're not allowed to say in public. Just, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
The thing really is a sad story, though.
Oh, it is. I mean, there's one story where like this girl like falls, like makes him think he cares about her, and then like he overhears her talking. She just wanted a piece of like him to study, like she didn't actually feel anything for him. Like he's just a specimen. So he just looks at her and just tears a piece of him off and goes, "Here you go," and just walks away from her. Like if that's all you cared about, here you go.
Damn, how symbolic is that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tear a piece off of me because you did. You literally just hurt me so bad.
It was
tore a piece of me off.
Yeah,
of me.
it was easier for him just to rip a piece off of himself than the pain she caused him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some of those writers do this. Comic book writers. Wow. But the thing is so fucked up because isn't like Mr. Incredible like his best friend, and he put him in this tube and like fucked him up.
Yeah, that's the thing is like and you kind of like you don't see that as much in the new movie, like the new Fantastic Four one I've seen. They kind of just like he kind of takes a back seat and is more just accepting of the fact that he's this way. Like he still sees himself and he's like, it's what I used to be, but what am I gonna do? Like he's been stuck like this in the movie like 4 years. So he's like, I've already been this way. It's not going to change. And then like you could see like it still bothers Mr. Fantastic because he wants to fix him, but he doesn't know how. And then like they actually wrote it into the story that the reason why he never wants to be, like he never can be cured is because deep down he doesn't want to be cured because the woman that loves him is a blind woman, and he worries that if he goes back that she won't love him for that reason. She won't love him anymore. So that's why he stays that way.
So he does have a partner?
It's almost like a mental thing. Like he doesn't want to change because he found someone that accepts him and he worries that if he goes back, she won't accept him.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, oh, I like how they wrote I like how writers always find a way. Sometimes it's a good way, and then sometimes you get the Spider-Man clone saga. And it's shit.
Learn me about the Spider-Man clone saga.
Oh, it's just a bunch of like there was 2 Peter Parkers at one time, and then one said, "Oh, he didn't know. He thought he was the clone, but it turned out he wasn't the clone." It was just a bunch of back and forth like stupid shit. They drug it out for so long, and people hated it. Yeah, anytime you get into cloning, multiverse, different versions of people, it gets very confusing.
It do,
Yeah.
but I love the multiverse shit. Honestly.
I do
Something
too.
just resonates with me, bro. Like time travel and like I think it's just like a childhood thing. It's like I was always a perfectionist. And like it really fucked me up in social interactions and stuff because I was very quiet because I was always like, I'm gonna say the wrong thing and this is gonna go so bad.
That is how I think. That is how I think. That's how I do my podcast. I do the same thing. Like I'm in my head. Like I had this Nashville songwriter on the podcast, and the whole time I am on edge because I don't want to say something like being myself and him be like, "What the fuck, dude?" And be like, "That's what I'm thinking of all the time."
Yeah. Damn. What was I saying about fucking?
About being a perfectionist in your head.
I don't know why I was bringing that up. There was a reason for it.
We're talking about writing and like being a time travel,
multiverse
sci-fi.
time travel. Yes, and that I so always wanted the ability to just go back 5 or 10 seconds and just like fixing things.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like when I played video games, bro, I'm like the worst type of player because if I play RPGs, I fuck something up, I pause it,
Restart.
and I would go back and restart wherever I fucked it up. I had to get this dialogue perfect, all that kind of stuff.
I do that, yeah. Because if they didn't plan out the way I wanted to, or somebody got killed in the way, I was like, oh, I didn't want them to die. Reload.
Yeah.
Remember Madden? Was it Madden 09 had the rewind?
Yes, dude.
I watched my buddy ruined a little kid's day because he called back a touchdown and he scored on him. It was the one touchdown that kid scored.
He took it away.
He took it away from him. I watched it. The kid like scored, and he was talking so much shit. The kid was like, "Yeah, yeah," and he called it back. And I watched that kid throw, like, just look at him. The tears start to form, and him throw the controller and walk away. I was like, "Dude, you were a dick for that." He's like, "Was I a dick for that?" He's like, "Fuck that kid." He's like, "You gotta learn." I'm like, "Fuck you."
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it made me think of that when you're like, I want that rewind button where you could just go back.
Dude, yes, I was always like that. I think some of it too is my mom was a fucking stickler for everything, and like everything had to be perfect, or like she would blow up. And over the years, I've had to learn to like love the process of fucking up, and that it's okay, and it's what makes us human. And if you're so worried about being perfect, you're just never gonna be yourself.
I think I'm in the process of accepting it. Like I haven't accepted it yet because it's still bothers me to fuck up, like so much. Like when the moment I fuck up something, like for instance, if let's say I put an episode out and someone will message me like, "Hey, the audio is only coming out the left side," I immediately feel like shit. Because it's one of those, like, I was in a rush to get an episode out, and I didn't check it, and it sounded good at the time. Fuck, and it just makes me feel stupid. And it bothers me.
It's the criticism that bothers you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've had to learn how to deal with some of that, dude. Especially with the type of comedy I do. Mm-hmm. You get a lot of people that are like, you're like the racist uncle at the comments are crazy, dude. Like any of my dark comedy, like people are always commenting like, you're just a racist piece of shit. Some people just don't know what they're talking about. They're like, the age of like Andrew Dice Clay comedy is over. You need to stop. And it's like, what are you talking about?
But it's like there's a lot of people, they had to find that. They had to make the dark jokes and get the angry reactions before they like, think about Bill Burr. How much shit do you think he pissed people off with at first before he realized, oh, there's a way to do this and not? Because it's like, yeah, because there's like Anthony Jeselnik, same deal. Like, he's like an edgy comic, but like he found a way to, like, he sucks you in, like, oh, you like him, and then boom, hits you with the dark shit.
Well, to bring it full circle, bro, there's always going to be a hater. Even if they do figure it out in a way that's like, this works and it's not actually... He's still telling rape jokes. He's going to piss off a ton of women. Yeah. There's going to be people who are fans of Sabrina Carpenter bitching that they didn't like her album cover. You know what I mean? Yep. And it's like, the most loved people in the world are also the most hated. It's just a fact of life, bro. Trump Daddy... These motherfuckers hate him. And then you have these dudes who worship him. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's part of being liked and being yourself. You're going to have haters, bro.
Well, that's why I did a solo episode.
Yeah, I watched it. I like that one a lot.
I was freaked out because I didn't know if I wanted to post it or not. Because I was like, I said a lot of like, some stuff. It's like, this is just how I feel about things. It's like, I'm not saying it's right on how I'm feeling right now. It's just, this is how I think of it. Am I wrong, or what do you think? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just how I feel, like, you know, because society's fucked up. And then I was telling, like, another comic about it. I was like, yeah, I recorded this episode. I don't know if I want to post or not because people might get upset. He's like, man, fuck them. He's like, your audience will find you. Like, don't worry about trying to be something for an audience. And I was like, it's a good point. Trying to see where we're at. Ooh, I got 20 seconds where I have to check the camera. We'll do one more.
One more.
One more, and we'll wrap it up. All right?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, not perfect. 9:30.
And we have returned. Sweet.
Sorry, am I not supposed to be clapping? I know it's good for syncing.
Oh, no, I always do that, and we're back every time. And, like, people complain, and we're back, like, making fun. And I was like, yeah, but that's where I use to, like, sync up my audio.
And we're back.
It's the best.
And you're always going to have haters, is what I was saying.
100%.
And, brother, it be your own people that do the most hating. It be the motherfuckers that don't do anything. They sit in their house. They're on their fucking computer. They're low lifes. They don't do anything with their own life. But they got the most opinions. And they're doing the most fucking hating because they've never lived it.
I have to make sure, I have to have like checks in my head sometime to make sure I'm not hating.
Okay.
Do you ever notice that? Like, do you ever have that problem? Like, I'm acknowledging a character flaw that I have. Where, like, I see something like one of your friends may get something that you're like, what the fuck? Like, I've been working hard. Like, how come I... And then you have to, like, remind yourself, like, what are you doing? What are they doing? Like, yeah, they're doing something cool, and they got something cool from it. But you're also doing something cool. You're doing a podcast. Like, you have to, like, check yourself, like, oh, you can't have everything everybody else has because you do other shit. Like, you're doing things that they aren't. So it's like I have to remind myself of that.
So you get envious, it sounds like.
Sometimes.
Where you're like, oh, they are doing this thing. And you're like, I'm not even close to that in my life.
Yeah, well, I think what it is I came up... Like, I had a friend growing up where he was like a golden child. Like everybody always wanted to hang with that guy, not you. Mm-hmm. So I always had that stuck in my head. So, like, and there's times like I go through it. Like, I'll be out and I'm like, no one here likes me. Like, I'm not a fan. Like, you know, no one's ever like fawning over me, kind of thing. And it's weird. Like, you see it happen to other people, and like you kind of want that for yourself, but not in like a negative way where like you want to do it like to like you're better than people. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those. I'd like to do that and still be able to help people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's nice to be recognized for what you do.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. But I go through that same thing. I have actually, that's why I started stand-up, is I had a severe social anxiety and, like, crippling negative thought patterns that would just fuck up my mental. And, like, I couldn't go out. Dude, there's times I would go out, I'd immediately go home. Even if I was going out with my friends. Yeah. I would get so anxious. I feel like everyone's looking at me. Everybody's judging me. And nobody likes me. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm ugly. And I'm more of a burden than, like, a good time.
That's what I think of it.
Yeah. So, what I've had to do, bro, thank God I started therapy when I was, like 3 years ago now, is you have to audit your own thoughts. And this is like CBT therapy, like cognitive behavior therapy, where you are going to be, like, you're talking about checking yourself, being a hater to other people. Bro, you have to audit the way you talk about yourself, because you will fuck yourself up and put yourself into a box by just your own thoughts will do it. Where you're like, I'm ugly, nobody likes me. Then that shit becomes true, because when you go out, you act that way. You act like, oh, I'm fucking ugly, nobody likes me. Bro, some of the funniest and most charismatic people on earth are ugly as fuck. Yeah. And that's okay. You know what I mean? And so, like, I've had to, like, overcome that shit, is be like, none of this is true. When I have the thought pattern, I'm like, that's not true. And then you have to come up with a list of the reasons that's not true to work your way out of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like my therapist was like, write down 10 good things about yourself. I had struggled with that. Like, that's a hard thing to do, because everything I would think of in my head, I would always hear in the back of my mind, like, you're not being humble. You're not, you know what I mean? You're being cocky. You're being this. So then it's like it kicks yourself back down. And it's like you're trying to think about, like, where did that thought pattern come from? Where, like, you know, where did it come from? Like, how did we get this way? Like, I started thinking about that shit. Because, like, that's the stuff I'm interested in. It's like, well, how did I get this way of thinking? Like, that's something, I don't know, that's weird shit I get interested in. And it's like you want to talk about that, but that not a lot of people want to talk about that. because it's like that's too open and I'm being vulnerable, and it's like, no, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one that struggles with that? Like, so it's weird. It's nice whenever you hear someone else tell that, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, now it makes sense.
Yeah. Dude, I think a lot of people struggle with it. And the thing is that instead of being open with it, they will deflect or reflect back onto you and make you feel bad about yourself and kind of go that way about it. Or a lot of people will, instead of having like an open conversation, auditing their own thoughts, they just want to get drunk and get high because then they don't have to think about it at all. You know, it's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Because this shit is so hard to like actually deal with.
And I still do that. Like, there's still times I'm like, if I have a really bad day, it's like, I'm not going anywhere. I need to stay. I'm staying home. I need to like. It's like I can't think. Like, it's weird. It'll overwhelm you sometimes.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. Like, I think about it a lot, bro. Like, especially with how siloed we are, and like, there's so many people that are just like in their own head, hating their lives for kind of like no reason, really. And it's just like the age that we're born and growing up in.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like people are in these like just negative thought loops their entire life, and the shit they read online helps perpetuate those. The people in their lives, whether it's like a bitch mom or like a bad friend, perpetuate them.
Yeah.
And you just end up fucking hating your life.
Yeah.
Living in the first world.
Yeah. And then you start thinking about like then you're like looking at your, like, you know, let's say you look at where it's coming from, and you're kind of like, why are they acting that way? Like, why do they think this way? And it's like you start finding the generational trauma shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it's like, you know, you start talking, you know, you start openly, you know, opening up to people and explaining stuff, and then it's like, yeah, but you're the only one with that problem. You're the only one that has that problem. No one else does. No, I think we all have that problem, and no one's talking about it. I think that's what it is.
Yes, but that's what fixed my... I used to hate my mother and resent her very much, to the point that it was awkward when I had to have conversations with her. And that's something I had to work on in therapy. And it came back to generational trauma. And there's a therapist, he's actually from Pittsburgh, named Mark Wallen. And he has a book called It Didn't Start With You, Overcoming like Generational Trauma, something like that. Bro, at first I thought that shit was so woo-woo.
Yeah.
Like, the way he talks about it is like one of his patients, their grandmother was in the Holocaust, and she was like self-harming. His patient is self-harming and like burning herself, and they traced it all the way back to her grandmother having survivor's guilt from the Holocaust.
Yeah, dang. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't realize what people went through. Like for instance, like, there a lot of my, like, in some of my family, like, you know, they grew up in the country and stuff, so there's a lot of like harsh views on people, and it all stems back to like I heard the story one day where it was like, oh yeah, somebody's family member was killed by a person that looked like this, and that's what kicked it off, and that trickles down to a whole generation of people, and you're like, well, why are we actually saying it? Like, why is anyone actually saying any of this stuff? Like, why is anyone actually being, like, you're saying all this, you know, problematic shit, whatever, you know, for what reason? And then it all comes back to like, oh, because of one traumatic incident, and that's why everybody's being all weird. And it's like, I went very vague with what I was talking about because I don't want people to listen to it and be like, what the fuck, you got weird family like that? It's like, yeah.
I'll say it, I do, bro. Like, the shit I had to figure out was going on with like the generational trauma from my family is insane, especially with my mom, and that's what completely fixed my relationship. Is me understanding that she is just generally a flawed human being. None of it is personal. And that the shit she had to deal with and the shit she's currently dealing with in her own head is really fucked up. And instead of like it being awkward and me resenting her and taking it personal, it's very much like, you are who you are. And now I understand why you are the way you are. Because it's like, I think about my grandmother and the way she treated my mom. And the fact that my grandpa, my mother's dad, was like never there. Like, her birthday's right around Father's Day. If they lined up on the same day, he was at the bar drinking for Father's Day and not for her birthday. You know what I mean? And like, you start to see your mother and like other people, like whoever it is in your life that you have this issue with, as like a human. And once you identify that, bro, you could start seeing it in yourself, and that shit is so healing. Like, when I realized why my mom is, like, so manic and, like, irresponsible and makes irresponsible decisions is because there's a gaping hole inside of her that she feels like her life isn't enough, and she's so desperately trying to fill it, and she wants to be good enough for her mom and her dad, and she still deals with that. Once I realized that was her thing, and I identified with it, bro, my mom was like, I fucking love my mom.
Yeah.
That's like my best friend. I get it.
It's like it's weird that it takes so long to understand. And it's like some people never got to do that. They never got to understand people. Like I look at my parents now, like they're older, like my dad's in his 80s, my mom's in her 70s, and they're not changing. Like, it's one of those, like, I can go to therapy and understand and learn a lot. The moment you try to relay it back and be like, oh, hey, this is what you learned, a conversation goes nuclear real quick.
You tell them, like, hey, have you thought about how you're fucked up because of this?
Well, you're just like, okay, like, for instance, like, you find out you have ADHD from your therapist.
Okay, this one is the fucking nuke button, actually.
This is a nuke.
You can't tell a grandpa you got ADHD.
Well, it's like, so you find out about it because it's like, why is it like, I've always, because my dad always like, stop fidgeting, stop doing, like, what are you doing? Like, can't you sit still? Then you find out, oh shit, now I understand. Like, and most of us worked blue collar jobs. We weren't, like, school wasn't always our best thing. Well, yeah, because everyone's dealing with this undiagnosed thing, and it's all generation, because it says, oh, yeah, you can get it from your parents. So my dad wasn't that great in school. Same deal. Like, and even him, he cannot sit down. Like, at 80-some years old, he'll get up and go do, and you're like, what are you doing? He'll just go and start looking at something. What are you doing? Like, sit down. Like,
that's funny.
And then like can strike a conversation with a stranger, like being in Walmart talking to somebody. You know that guy? I have no idea who that guy is. I have the same problem. As I said, it just comes, it goes, it follows you, and it's like, but yeah, like one of the things that like for the ADHD thing. One of the things, like I was listening to this book about adult ADHD, and they're like, do you have a lot of household projects that never got finished? There's, like, my dad would buy, like, he'd buy a riding tractor because he was going to fix it up and never got fixed up. Like, it was, like I said, there's a lot of these, like, ideas and ready to do it, and then, like, it just didn't happen. Like, whether it's too busy, get working all the time, but it's like, do you not see where the pattern is? This, we're starting to notice something here. And yeah.
So you try to bring that up to him.
I try to explain it like, hey, do you think maybe this sounds a lot? And then it's like, it immediately turned into, no, you're the only one that has that problem.
That's funny.
It's like, I get
yeah,
it.
Fuck you.
I was like, all right, noted. And then you just have to just admit defeat and just be like, yep, this ain't going to change. You just have to be like, whatever.
Yeah, you accept them. Well, there's something really cathartic about it. Because I do believe you are the accumulation of, whether it's nature or nurture, your parents and your family.
You are a product of your environment.
Yes.
But then you can also adjust.
I think even genetically, like beyond just environment, like the nature part, really do believe that you are a huge piece of like what your parents are, like genetically.
Yeah. It's funny. So I don't know if you've seen any movies lately. But there's so this scene hit me hard, and I think I understand now. Explaining, like, this conversation kind of helped me understand this scene that happens more. I went to go see the new Superman, and I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of this. I don't care.
Go ahead. I don't give a shit.
So there's a big twist in the movie where Superman finds out the message that he thought was hopeful from his parents, like space parents. Turns out his culture was warlike. And they said, we're going to send you there. You're going to conquer the earth. And this isn't like, oh, we thought it was going to be like a twist. And like, oh, no, it turned out to be a lie. No, that's what the story is. Like, they confirm it 4 times in the movie. Like, no, this message is real. He's sent here to conquer us. And it fucks with him. Because he's like, all my life, most of my life, I've learned to help people and want to help. And now I find out that it's all a lie. and so it breaks him. So his dad comes out and sits next to him.
Like super dad or human dad?
Human dad.
Okay.
And like sees that it's bothering him or whatever, and he sits next to him and he's like, we're supposed to give you the tools for you to make a fool out of yourself. We're not supposed to tell you who you're supposed to be. We're just supposed to equip you with everything to go out in life and forge, and then you figure out who you are. And it was like just the way that thing, like, and then he says he's so proud of him and shit. And I'm like, I'm in the theater going, like trying to keep it together. I'm bawling like
again by yourself watching Superman.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
I did it once, and then I went to go see it with my dad. And my dad, I seen him at the same part, kind of go, which is code for I'm getting emotional right now. Mm-hmm. Which, without saying, I got emotional. Like it's that whole I didn't cry. I'm a man, but I noticed you changed your position during that same scene that I'm emotional at. Yeah.
Wow.
But like, I kind of get it now once you explain it that way, where it's like you're a product of your environment. Your parent, like basically, you're leaving the factory as a tool. It's how you get out and how that tool is used determines what that, if it was a good tool or not, I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come out of tool bag.
Yeah.
That's the thing, bro. This is also what helped me with empathy for like fuck ups and like pieces of shit. I believe in determinism very much. I think we're all on a set path. You didn't choose what family to be born in, what country. We could be fucking Indians right now stinking and working the streets. You know what I mean? Fighting Pakistan.
True.
And a lot of these like pieces of shit, honestly, they weren't raised right.
Yeah.
And there's a piece of me that is like, that is so sad. I'm not going to go near you because you're going to ruin my life. But I do not hold you as like the devil or anything. You know what I mean? Because you are like the product of what your parents made you.
Well, think about like there's that dude, like the Idaho guy that killed all his women or whatever.
The sorority?
Yeah.
I just watched that, yeah.
Imagine them being like think about what his parents feel. Like, what happened? And I know that they're probably going through that because I've seen my family go through the same stuff where like, someone either is on drugs or they've done something. It's like, where did I go wrong that you fucked up? Like, you know what I mean? Like they blame themselves for it, but it's like, no, you gave them the tools to go out and do shit. They evidently made that decision. Like you didn't fuck up. It's just, you made it the person. Like, sometimes like, yeah, you are going to get a bad product, but a person who's a bad product of their environment, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's an environment outside of the family structure too.
Yeah.
Which the people you befriended at school, some of it is like genetic. Like that dude from Idaho, my cousin is the same way. He was born, I knew from the moment he was 3 years old that he was going to be a psychopath. Crazy. I could just see it when he was that little. And there's kids you grow up with when you went to school with. You're like, that kid's a piece of shit. He's going to end up in jail by the time he's fucking 18. Like this one kid, I'm not going to name him, piece of shit, used to bully, like be an asshole all the time. His dad was an asshole because I met his dad later. I'm like, you're just like your dad. He's a piece of shit too. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy how young you could sense when someone's going to just grow up to be a dirtbag.
Yep.
And sometimes you can't do anything about it, bro.
I met a couple kids in school that I knew like just growing up, like, oh, that kid's going to be a piece of shit. He's going to be a dick or whatever. And then some people surprise you. Like they start off that way and then eventually like they turn their whole life around. Mm. It's insane like how much they've changed. And then like there was one kid I went to school with and he was always like an asshole, like just mean for no reason, all that stuff, and just was a dick. And like even when you try to be like, hey man, how's it going? Like just fucking douchebag. Uh-huh. It's not even like a month after we graduate, news gets out, they found him, he hung himself.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And like, I'm not proud of my first reaction because I was very much like, well, fuck him. Because, this kid was a dick to me all throughout school and just nasty. Like, why do I care? Mm-hmm. And then you start hearing the story where they were like, oh, like, he grew up in a shitty situation and it was real bad and like it was more of a sad story. But then there's a part of me who's like, yeah, but this guy was a dick. You know what I mean? Like a part of me is like, this guy was a dick. But then a part of me is like, I do kind of feel bad for him. I hate that then you start caring about people, and it's like,
Enough of that.
yeah. Then you're just like, like, why do I feel bad? Like, now I feel bad. Because it's like, now you kind of wish you could have helped him, but it was like, there was no helping it. It was just a sad, like, you'd almost have to go in as like, when he was a kid and change him, and you weren't. It just wasn't going to happen.
That's where I think it has to happen. You got to get to these kids when they're young and really, really change that path or help them out somehow, bro.
Yeah.
Because you can't change adults.
Yeah, well, once you get them into an adult thing, it's like you're not going to learn unless something really bad happens to you. At that point, because most people, they don't change until something really bad happens. You know, like whether it's somebody like, you know, how many times you see people, they have a DUI and they don't stop drinking until they kill somebody. Mm-hmm. And then they kill somebody and their whole life changes. Like, because they got to, you know, it's weird. Yeah. Like, people just don't learn. That's why it's like we have jail.
And then they go to jail and they get worse because they're around other pieces of shit.
Right.
Or they don't. Or they get born again Christian and they're like, oh my God, God has to love me and I'm going to change. Which is cool. Do it if you're going to be a better person.
Yeah, my brother's he's a prison guard, and he's told me some horror stories about shit that he sees. Like, he goes, I have to watch because what he actually said, it sounds bad out of context.
Okay.
But it's one of those, I understood what he was saying. He's just like, these people, there's no rules in there. Like, he goes, the stuff they do, he's like, they're throwing shit at the wall. They put shit and piss in a cup and then mix it up and throw it at you and stuff. And he goes, and then the medicine you have to take to combat what you could get from that is worse than any flu that you could ever have. Like they said, it fucks your body up. And I was like, damn, like, I don't know, like, those guys don't get paid enough for what they do. And they're not allowed to smoke weed or nothing. So, like, you're getting PTSD every day and can't do shit about it.
My girlfriend's brother's a CO.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he's very much, now he's that personality type of a CO.
Yeah. And
because of the shit they deal with every day.
And they have such a fucked up sense of humor now, like, coming out of it.
Yeah.
Because they see so much bad shit. And he's like, there's sometimes he's like, you know, he's like, he goes, you get these inmates. He's like, you got to put the bows to them, like, you know what I mean? Because he's like, you can't punch them. But these guys won't stop. He's like, one guy tried to kill himself. He said the guys inmates were fucking with him and just kept telling him, jump. Like they do that because they're fucking evil people in there.
Yeah, and they're bored.
Yeah, and they're bored. They want to see something happen. So here the guy went and jumped on the railing, was going to jump off, and my brother's, this big dude, just grabbed him by his belt and yanked him off the railing to stop him. He said somebody from, like, one of the inmates from down below saw it. They said it looked like a cartoon character. They said all you see was hands and feet. Just this. When they yanked him down. He was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. So it's like, you're around that all the day. It's like, and for them to come, like, to get out of prison and for them to go back to a normal life, the hoops they got to go through is insane. So it's amazing to me, like, when you see guys like, yeah, this guy's been in jail 3 times. It's like, dude, how did you get back on, like,
on the straight and narrow? Yeah.
Like, how did you even do that? Like,
yeah, it's like going to the jungle and having to live with the wolves.
Yeah.
Kill for your own food. And then you're back in an Uber.
And then most people, they can't adjust when they come out of that because you're in survival mode all the time. You come back into society, you're still in survival mode. You just can't punch out people in the coffee shop to assert dominance. You can't do that. You can't fight the biggest guy at the Starbucks.
Yeah.
You're going to kill him.
The biggest guy at the Starbucks is fucking... Never mind.
The biggest guy at the Starbucks is usually me in the corner, like, you know, eating those breakfast wraps that are fucking, like, dude, they're the best.
Don't those make you shit, dude? I'd be shit.
100%. But, like, when you're 2:30 in the morning and you're at the casino in Pittsburgh and the only thing that's open is Starbucks,
facts.
Get that in a double espresso, and now you're ready to go.
Do you be gambling?
I don't, no.
Oh, dude. I got an addiction when I went to Vegas.
Oh, really?
So I've been trying to lure people to the casino with me. So just saying, if you want to lose money on blackjack one night, we got to go to the casino.
No, I'm one of those. I'll go and then hang out at the bar where they have the bands and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's always a good time.
Hmm.
You ever been down there when they have a band?
Yeah, I didn't hang out. That's
Dude.
when I was younger and I was too cool for that kind of shit.
Oh, dude, I love going down there when they have a band and stuff because like you can. It's fun watching people dance. It's hilarious to watch the old people just out there and they're getting and then they start drinking too and then they start grinding on each other. It's even funnier. You're watching all the Gen Xers out there like, yeah.
Oh, Darla, we used to fuck to this song.
Yeah, there's gonna be a whole new generation. It's all fucked up from all these geriatric pregnancies, and it's all gonna be people just grinding at the casino. Oh man, but yeah, we've been going. Yeah, we're almost at hour 40 minutes.
Yeah, we can call it. We should go to the casino sometime. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I 100% be down for that.
Let's do it.
If anything, just to get Starbucks.
I'm an addict, bro. I was there before I came here. That's what I do on my work.
Oh really?
I got to get out of my fucking house. I work from home. I'm like, get me out of this house. I'm here 8 hours a day.
Yeah, I had to work from home today, and I was just like, I was catching up on a lot of comedy stuff.
Yeah, just doing outside work, beating off.
Yep,
and watching reels.
100%.
That's the life of a work from homer.
Yeah, then you're playing. Sometimes you're just like, I'm gonna play Call of Duty for 4 hours instead of work. Just kidding.
Bro, you know what I did today? I was playing Bloons Tower Defense 6 on my phone when I was in a bullshit meeting. I'm addicted to that. I get really into the games, bro. Once I'm locked in. So I'm going to play Bloons Tower Defense until I'm up at 3 a.m. one night. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And then I'll delete it.
Bubble shooter, and there's a game where you stack tiles up.
Oh, yeah, dude. And then you win?
Yeah, because you watch them, like, they jump over, and they're all multicolored, and it's very stimulating for the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, man, tell people to check out, tell people where they can find you, check you out.
Oh yeah, hello everybody. I forgot we were talking to you.
Yeah.
I am Colten Buzard, like the bird. I have a show I do weekly. I'm gonna start my own podcast, by the way.
Sweet.
It's called Coltie's Crashout.
Sweet.
So check that out. I'm probably gonna go around the country again. If you guys want tips on like how to fucking travel and do comedy, I'll tell you what sucks, what doesn't, the best parts of that. And then I run local comedy shows in Pittsburgh.
Sweet. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else.
Oh, and we have our vlog from our trip too. So Colten Buzard on YouTube. You could see all the shit me and my girlfriend got into. She got pregnant. We didn't really talk about that today, but I knocked her up. We've only been together like 2 or 3 months officially, which was wild.
Hey, you know what? How many times you hear that story where like the grandpa's like, I seen your grandma at the dance and she was looking good, and I said I'm gonna marry her.
Dude, I knew it. I
did.
When I met her, I was like, this is gonna be the one I marry. So if I knocked her up, it's okay.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, check that out. We're posting all of our shit from that. We went to Austin, saw all those fucking crackhead homeless people. We made it all the way to LA, dude. She saw Skid Row and then flew back home.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a good like a wholesome Gabby Petito story.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where like, the only thing that got killed was I was gonna say hopes and dreams because you have a kid now, but that sounded dark. No, it's supposed
I'm
to be
worried
hopeful.
about that, bro. I'm worried about it, but we're gonna see what life brings us.
Heck yeah. So yeah, I'll post all your links in the podcast so everybody can find you.
Cool.
So,
Thanks, man.
All right, guys.
Fun.
See ya.
See ya.